Citi trimming its EV forecast for this year. Barclays downgrading Rivian to equal weight on signs of demand pressure. And Morgan's Adam Jonas now says it's fashionable to be an EV bear. But your next guest hopes to ease some of the customer concerns about EVs. His company is called Finn, Finn, and it offers short-term subscriptions, 6-month to 18-month, to both traditional and electric cars. Of their 25,000 global subscribers, around 40% have opted for EVs. Maximilian Wuhr is co-founder and CEO of Finn, which is headquartered in Munich, but is growing here in the United States. Maximilian, thank you very much for joining us. Does the service in part, I mean, you want to make money, but in part it's designed to help people understand the electric driving experience, because for those of us who have done it, it does have a bit of a learning curve.
It definitely does. But once you've tried it, people tend to never switch back. And so we see a very, very strong adoption in our service, not only from combustion engine vehicles, but also specifically for EV cars, where people want to try out the technology without any of the risk.
Yeah, well, I would push. I mean, I have 3 friends that actually just sold their EVs and went back. But that aside, they've all got unique circumstances. I'm looking here in the United States. I see a lot of gas, ICE-powered, internal combustion engine cars. Are you seeing an uptick in demand in the U.S. as well on the electric side, Maximilian?
Absolutely. We see that both in Europe and the U.S., even though in the U.S. it's, of course, a more geographically dispersed environment where demand is significantly stronger in some states versus others. And it's also a big function of infrastructure, which still needs to be built out in the U.S.
How are you different than a lease?
So you can go online on Finn.com, order in less than 5 minutes.
I'm there right now, looking.
Get your car delivered in a couple of days, and then everything, it's going to be delivered to your doorstep, and everything is taken care for you. So maintenance, insurance, registration, all of that is taken care by us, and you can focus on the driving.
Are there mileage limitations?
You can pick a mileage package that works for you, and we are flexible. And so typically everybody finds a mileage package that works for them. With a typical subscription, 750 miles are already included. And you can also opt for larger packages.
Okay. Now, of your EVs, you're a German company. You're very heavy in Germany. You're mostly on the East Coast of the United States. I imagine you've got growth ambitions here. Of the people that are picking the electric side, is Tesla still the overwhelming choice, or are we finally starting to see the Audis of the world, the Fords of the world, the Volkswagens of the world finally start to make a dent?
So I would say there are 2 kinds of people. There are basically Tesla EV drivers and non-Tesla EV drivers. But we see the second portion of the second group to grow significantly, and see a lot of interest in Audi electric vehicles specifically, but also with Ford, with other brands. There is significant demand also for non-Tesla EVs.
It's amazing you say that, because I said about a year ago, not trying to take credit, I said there's 2 types of people. Nobody wants EVs. They want Teslas, because Teslas are really their own thing, right? They're not car people necessarily. All my buddies that own Teslas are more tech-forward people, but then there are car people that want the amenities. They want the rich leather and all the dials and the knobs. They want to feel like they're driving a, quote, traditional car, right, Maximilian? They're different things.
100%. There's the 2 kinds of people, and the Tesla people definitely also want the whole customer experience that is associated with the superchargers, with the infrastructure that has been built up. And so we see definitely a customer group that is quite loyal to Tesla, but we also see a customer group that just wants to get the best car for the best price.